Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro everyday, and today, this one's for the background listeners. It might be the middle of the day for me, but it could be the middle of the night for you. We'll do a chill one for the folks winding down, preparing to fall asleep. We're playing with the Ghost deck on the Gold Stake. Last time we gave the shout out to the Zodiac deck, one of my favorites because Overstock gives you more options per shop. With the Ghost deck, instead of having more options, you have more interesting options. And so Spectral cards normally kind of rare, normally kind of powerful potentially. We get more of them on the Ghost deck because we can just get them from the normal shop queue. They're still kind of rare, but you in theory get more of them if you're doing more re-rolling in the shop. The real power of the Ghost deck comes from the timing, and so sometimes when you open up a Spectral pack, maybe you get Cryptid, but you don't have the card that you actually want to copy. Maybe you get Immolate, but there's some cards that you're afraid of removing on accident. With the Ghost deck, you're able to hold on to the Spectral cards and then save them until the right moment, right? And if you save it for the perfect moment, then it makes the Spectral cards more powerful than they are normally. So for example, the Hex card is less good later on when you already have a bunch of jokers that you don't want to get rid of, but very powerful early on. So let's jump in and see what we get. Alright, in the first round here we can skip for $4. Instead we play it out. Maybe we go for spades here. There we go. Pretty high flush. The boss, by the way, hearts are debuffed. Okay, from the first shop, what I'm looking for is something to use my hex on, something to hitch my wagon to. I think rentals are particularly bad early on, so maybe in like the first 3 antes. I don't suggest taking rentals in the first 3 antes. So maybe we don't take the Supernova here. Also, Supernova is one of these like scaling jokers that gets better later on. Let's try the Buffoon pack instead. Okay, we could take Delayed Gratification. Eternal Glutinous Joker. Glutinous Joker is actually very good, very powerful, uncommon. Though maybe it's not always something that I want to have in like my final 5 jokers. So maybe, it being eternal is not great, but I think, for the early game, I think we take it. For the early game, I think we make it polychrome. And this will give us a lot of early game security, and the game snowballs, right? And so if you have early game security, then you can save more money, you can earn more money from interest, you can, sometimes do a little bit greedier plays. So if you know that you can win in one hand, you can use your discards to find gold cards. You can use your discards to find, lucky cards and gold seals and blue seals, rather than, having to use your discards to assemble multiple hands per round. Alright, now that we have this Glutinous Jimbo here, I think we don't need to buy anything for a long time. So let's just go next. Okay, if I want here, I could go for clubs. I don't need to go for clubs necessarily. Let's go for clubs. Oh well. There it is, I guess. Yeah, I might have gotten there with just the 2 pair. Okay, Mime is a little bit niche, I want to say. So I'm going to pass on the Mime. The Mime could be very good later on when you have steel cards, but as a perishable here, it's not going to survive that long. Hierophant is good early, and so if we didn't have the Glutinous Jimbo, if we didn't have any scoring already, I think Hierophant is very powerful early on. And, don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on the Hierophant. The plus 30 chips is very powerful, and it's 2 cards, so it could potentially be plus 60 chips. Normally, I like to take the clearance sale. I think if we take it early on, it's going to cost us some interest. Not just, it's going to cost us $2 of interest right now in the first round, but it's also going to cost us compounding interest if we spend the $10. But I think, I don't know, I'm conflicted about this. You know, like it could pay for itself, giving us discounts. Yeah, let's do it. It definitely doesn't cost $10. It costs, you know, maybe like $20, I think, overall. But I think it's worth the $20. Okay, here we can play the full house. And we get, yeah, plenty of mult here. Nice. The hex card for the early polychrome is a very powerful start on the ghost deck. Is kind of nice. Alright, we could take gratification here. I think on the gold stakes, you know, with only 2 discards, it's kind of twofold, right? It's on the, when you have less discards, okay, gratification is less powerful. When the scoring requirements are higher, then also gratification is less stable. You know, sometimes you have risk of not scoring enough points. So I don't like to take gratification on the high stakes, but you know, with polychrome glutinous Jimbo, we might be fine. Let's go next. We definitely don't take the rental halvesies. Orbital tag for flushes. That's pretty compelling. I think not something I'm normally interested in, but kind of early on. Yeah, let's give it a try. We'll go for clubs. Okay. One more time for clubs. Alright, 2 pair, I think, since we skipped, since it's 1500, I think 2 pair doesn't do it. We have the clubs here. Okay, so we used 2 hands instead of 2 discards, and then we get $4. So gratification overall gave us +2. Okay, I do want the grabber. Grabber's just good in general. Extra hand for, you know, just safety. Also extra hand for extra $1 per round. Also very good with gratification. I think if we do that, we already have the leveled up flushes. So I think we just save our money and go next. Face cards face down could be a little bit stinky for us. Let's see here. So we know it's a face card. If I sort like this, I know it's a club. That's good information. And we just get the clubs here. Nice. This is I think this is a pretty good run so far. Pretty stable run so far. $13 cash out there. To the moon for even more money. Yeah, we're doing fine score wise. I think we can accept a little bit more money. Let's go for clubs again. There we go, just like that. Okay, the next round is 4,800, so the same hand will not be enough. We're gonna need more. It is ante-3, so that's kind of what you expect. We've played 5 flushes. We can take the telescope and get another Jupiter card. This additional Jupiter card might be enough points to take us over the top. I think Blackboard is something that I want to have long term, but hologram is pretty good too. Alright, if I pick up hologram here, then we do take the standard pack, and we'll just go any clubs, or maybe we could take the queen. It has a chance of being debuffed in the future by some boss, but maybe that's fine. And do I want Blackboard? It's not going to do anything for me early on, and then maybe later on we can replace this. We could do something else instead. So let's just save our money for interest for now. I could go for spades here instead of clubs. Let's stick with the clubs. I could have made 2 pair there. That's okay. Stick with the clubs. So the fail case is if we don't, you can guarantee that you draw not guaranteed, but you have a pretty good chance you're gonna get at least one flush every round. But you can't necessarily guarantee what flavor of flush that you're gonna get. And so maybe we don't get the clubs. Maybe we don't get the gratification money. Let's go one more time for higher clubs. Okay. Alright, hologram saves extra 25% compared to what we were doing before. And the boss here is, we could do 6,400. Okay. A little bit sad about the gratification. We don't take idle as a rental or eternal. Could be interested in some additional scoring here, but I think as long as we hit the clubs, I think we have enough points, so maybe we don't take this buffoon pack. Celestial pack has a chance of giving us a Jupiter card, but even if we do get the Jupiter card, maybe it's not actually that impactful, so I'm just going to save my money for interest. We have to the moon, so we have like even more incentive for saving interest. Alright, we get the clubs. Took me 2 hands, so again here gratification gives me plus $2. Next round we need something like, it's 10k, isn't it? Where is it at? 9k? Okay. We do get liquidation here for an even further discount. That means all consumable cards are $1 now. Now let's go buffoon pack. Okay, we could pick up the swashbuckler for +5. Is not a whole lot. We do, you know, the because we have the discount. All of these sell for 1, basically. Jupiter card here is kind of huge, actually. Kind of necessary. Skip for high card. Mega Arcana. Nope. I want interest, and I want a standard pack for my hologram. If I am going to remove cards with the hung man, maybe we'll remove the diamonds. I want to remove them now, and then that way when I play 5 here, I get to redraw 7. Alright, let's keep going for the clubs. Alright, we could play 4 of a kind here. I'm going to go for clubs. I don't think this wins. I don't think this does 7,500 is what we need. Okay, that was 9,000 on its own. Next round is 13,000. So I think we need to spend. And I think we need to use our discards. And I think we don't do ectoplasm. Extra Jimbo. Nope, we sell gratification, we use judgment here. Judgment for mad Jimbo. Nope. Alright, show me... heartbreaking. Show me clubs is what we need for a glutinous Jimbo. I guess we can take the stone card. Maybe it's clubs underneath. Actually, it's spades. If it's up here, it means it's spades. No clubs here, but we do get a red jack. We do have some steel cards. Red glass is like pretty powerful. Let's do it. Okay. Ectoplasm, we said no, probably. Parking. Jupiter's huge. I think we pass on parking. Parking again. Sun. Sun helps us make flushes, but not clubs. Maybe we just hold on to it. And can we get 13,000? We could get 13,000 with 2 flushes. Maybe, I think we don't go parking here. The boss is the wall. The boss we can beat if we get the jack, which maybe we don't get the jack. Yeah, maybe what we do, we could use the sun on the diamonds. We've already removed some diamonds. Ship it. Okay, so about 8,000 if we don't play clubs, and if we do play clubs, that's easy, right? We have a pair of 8s here. I can play this jack without it breaking. Play the flush. Oh, I should have sold Mad for another $1 of interest. Bummer. I guess we could have sold to the moon too. Okay. Photograph is plus 16. Is kind of huge. If we get the red jack, even better. Let's start here with the buffoon pack. So, Scholar or Zeno. Hey, look at this pair. I think both of these being rental makes them pretty bad. So let's sell Mad. We'll take Zeno here. To the Moon is out. I like Photograph. Before I open the Arcana pack, let's re-roll. We could get Cola, we could get Droll. Sell the Cola, pick up the Droll. I don't want to pay these rental fees. Okay, Judgment here. Judgment can give us jokers without any stickers, so maybe some non-rentals. But I think I need Emperor. I need Emperor for Moon. I need Emperor for, you know, maybe even Sun. Maybe a Death card for my Jack. There's a lot of good hits. Hierophant actually pretty useful. So let's 36,000. Let's just go next. So if I want, I could make this 7 wild, but I don't have any face cards, so let's just discard. I don't feel great about this. We'll play it just to play it, but it's really, you know, we need the face cards for the ×2. Okay, with that, I'm gonna go for the clubs now. We have hearts instead. I guess 13 clubs on the deck, 13 hearts. Go for hearts. Do I use the Hierophant now? Sure. Is this gonna be enough? Because if this is too much, then I could consider, you know, selling. Maybe we don't do Zeno here. I'm gonna keep the Droll. Yeah, just to be safe. Okay, next we've got, I could skip for 25 bucks. I could skip here for, I don't think we skip. I don't think we onk either. I'd have to give up my hologram. Show me clubs here, or I guess hearts. Ooh, King of Hearts as glass, or do you want more clubs for the glutinous Jimbo? Boss debuffs clubs. Maybe we go glass. Celestial. Okay, we get another Jupiter card. Nice. Oh, satellite here. It's a little bit late for satellite. Probably, you know, I could pick it up for one round, but I'm probably going to replace it right away. I need some kind of additional scoring help. Maybe Overstock helps with that. Do we buy the Ankh? Yeah, sure. I could always just sell it. Buy it for $2, sell it for $1. Do I want strength? So, you know, if I do play a flush house, level 1 flush house is even higher than level 8 flushes. And so maybe strength is something that helps with that. We do have two extra kings, 1 extra jack of hearts, 1 extra queen, 1 extra jack, 2 extra kings. Maybe we could play, also we have this wild queen. Maybe we could play flush houses in hearts. I like the idea of that. Only cost me $1, so why not? We definitely don't take Wrathful here. Let's save the rest of our money for interest. I'm not going to skip for $25 here. I think there could be, you know, potentially better skips in the future. So what do I want to do with my strength card? I think maybe we do queens into kings. Do we want jacks into queens? Or maybe 10s into jacks? I think we forego glutinous here and we go for the hearts. And if you want, let's see here. Queens, we can strength. And do I want to play the glass ones here? It's pretty spooky, right? Like you don't want them to break. I don't want them to break. Maybe what I want to do, you know, the red jack, maybe I want to make it wild instead of glass. Maybe this king we can make wild. Nice. So king, and I guess I'll play the jack just to get the flush house. If it breaks, it breaks. Do we hold on to droll? $3. We could do better. Ship it. Alright, we played the flush house here, but I don't want to play the flush house anymore. I just want to level it up. Seltzer's here, really good with the photograph. Nice. Series or Jupiter? I think we take the series cards for the end game. That is my end game. Oh, do we? Sorry, we have the telescope. Okay. Telescope actually helps a lot. Do we want Wily? Sure, it's only $2. Go next. Since we do have the liquidation voucher, you know, the discount voucher, we could be a little bit more loose with our money. Yeah, I think we just keep going for hearts, right? So here's hearts. We don't get glutinous here, but we do get ×2s from the seltzer and the photograph. Oh yeah. Okay, no problems here. Okay, bowl for chips, I don't think we need. Also rental, kind of expensive. I think we pass on the tower. Let's look for some hearts. Do we? Ace of hearts, 5 of hearts. We can go 5 of hearts since we already have 2, now 3 5 of hearts. Ooh. Do I want a blue seal or do I want a jack? Jack makes it easier for me to play my flush houses, but blue seal is very compelling. Let's go next. Okay, so I need any flush that has a face card. So we discard, we have enough hearts in the deck that we can discard 2 hearts here. Get the jack. Okay, I'd like to avoid playing the jack if possible. Looks like we can do it. And ship it. Times 2.5 on the hologram. I'm not a super big fan of hologram, but I think it's pretty good if you're playing high card pairs, 2 pair. Flushes, probably you can get away with it. Flush houses, a lot harder to make the hologram work, but it's not impossible. Okay, we could get a little bit spooky here. It's, you know, it's never too late, or never too early to get spooky. It's already June, right? But maybe rental is not the kind of spooky that I'm looking for. We get a free reroll here. Let's go overstock first. Nice. See, this is what I'm talking about. We get the purple seal on the ghost deck, and I can save this and use it on whatever I want. I could use the moon on my hearts, but I think it's a little bit too late for that. I like the idea of having these wild ones. They give me a little bit extra from the glutinous Jimbo. Celestial Pack guarantees Jupiter. Sometimes if we get Ceres, we'll take Ceres, but otherwise we'll take the Jupiter. Okay, so here's the lovers that I could want. I think for my flush house plan, the strength card is better, so let's just do strength. And actually I'm not going to reroll here because my consumable slots are full and I don't want to get, you know, more consumables that I have to sell. So let's go next. Okay, I have this jack. I have, what do we want to make purple? Typically what I suggest, put the purple on something that you like to have copies of, and then that way it opens up the possibility of using death on it in the future. So maybe we go purple king. And I'm looking for, I want to do strength on the 10, I want to do strength on the 4, I want to do strength on the queen, right? Because I want to have 5s, I want to have kings. Let's go queen and 4. Nice. And what do we want to do with the sun card? We can save it. I think I'm going to discard the jack here. I'm going to keep the 5s and the kings here. We can make the flush house. Alright, I want to use the sun on my kings. I want to use the sun on my 5s. So we'll go ahead and just ship it here. We got 8 more rounds on the seltzer. Let's go next. Easy, just like that. We can sock my buskin. Could pick up Michelle here. I don't have room for Michelle. Yeah, sock my buskin. That's great with the photograph. Alright, photograph is pulling a lot of weight right now. Let's reroll. Aura is pretty good with sock my buskin. I know these are perishables, so we are going to get rid of them at some point, but that's okay. 5 is a good hit for the sun. I would like to use the aura on my jack. Could make a glass card here, could go for 20 bucks. I don't think we need the glass card yet. We already have glass cards that we can play. I think with the photograph we don't need glass, so I'll just take the money and then we'll try the jumbo. Alright, so we could take temperance for 6. We've got a purple king. I've got a king here. I'm gonna go, let's see here, a king for 10. I guess this king is already wild and so it doesn't need to be hearts. But I want to free up my consumable slots so that I can reroll for different cards. So let's go ahead and just use the sun now. 10 can turn into a jack, 4 can turn into a 5 later. Let's... Hierophant is probably pretty good, you know, since we have Seltzers to stock my buskin. So maybe we go kings here, we can go bonus cards. And then Chariot's pretty good. What else? There's another series card. Extra hand size makes it easier for us to get the flush house, but doesn't help us score. Could pick up Zeno here. Business money? Nope. And $8 rerolls. I'm just gonna go next. Okay, so we have a wild king. Let's find hearts. There's these hearts. Not my best hearts. For a flush, does that win? Let's discard the 8 and the 9. We got plenty of hearts, right? Okay, we have the blue seal, so we can make Derek here. Let's dig for our hearts. All right, ship it. Nice. 5 more hands on the seltzer. We'll keep saving the aura for until we get the red seal. Okay, sigil. Too late for sigil, right? How about a standard pack? So here's something to consider with the hologram. You do get diminishing returns. So the first card that you add, that's plus 25%, and then another 0.25 on top of that takes your 25% to 50%. But you know, 25% or 1.25 times another 1.25 is actually bigger than 1.5, right? Or 1.5 times 1.5 is actually bigger than times 2. And so, you know, what that means in the opposite direction is if I add a card, the difference between 2.5 and 2.75, the difference between those is less than a 25% boost, right? So you do get diminishing returns on the hologram, and so maybe at some point you decide to stop adding cards to your deck if adding cards to the deck is making it harder for you to get the hands that you're actually looking for. I think we are safe enough with our flushes, with our hearts. If we take this 9, I don't think it would ruin us, but flush house is worth so many more points than our flush, and so being able to guarantee that we get the flush houses is worth money as well, or like worth points, you know, very meaningful. So maybe for that reason, I think we skip here. Let's not be irresponsible. Okay, I've got $40, so we can reroll once. Spades we don't want. We have business time non-eternal. Reroll once more. Okay, lusty for hearts. I have one more round on the seltzer. I think... We have the double overstock. We have the double overstock. We have the overstock plus. Or we have the liquidation also. We can get better jokers. Let's go ahead and just go Arcana pack. Okay. So maybe Hierophant on the king and the jack here. The face cards. And then go next. Alright, so we're just looking for hearts. How about the flush? We're going to draw some face down cards. Pretty sure this doesn't win. Oh. Photograph is just too powerful, actually. Okay, Seltzer's out. Here we have 100,000. So with the seltzer, we were able to score 300,000, and then now without the seltzer, we can hit 100,000. Crystal ball is great, actually. Let's look inside these standard packs. So Jack, we don't want. Maybe a steel 8. 8s we don't want. Okay, we could take the rebate money. I do like the idea of the extra discards, making it easier for us to get Derek in our hand. No, I think I just want that. And go next. Because I want to use this aura card. Alright. Show me hearts. Fancy hearts. We could keep the king, you know, the wild king. I'm going to throw it away. Okay, so almost the flush house in hand. We have 16. Yeah, let's throw away the jack here. Throw away all the hearts. Okay, well, I tried. Ship it. 3 more rounds, sock my buskin. Okay, we got 100,000 there. So in the next round, we're gonna need a little bit more technology. Maybe Empress helps. Okay, we have the telescope, so we can guarantee Jupiter here, but I'm looking for Ceres. Jupiter's fine. Maybe Ceres. Nope. Okay. Empress is great with Sock My Buskin. I'm gonna buy one of these planets because I always just sell it for $1. Let's re-roll here. Still haven't seen the red seal in a while, but that makes sense because we got, you know, 56 cards in the deck. I think Immolate is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. And go next. Okay, so I do have 5s here, which I don't really want to remove. So discard the 2 5s. Do I want to remove a glass king? I don't want to remove a glass king. Discard 1 more. 10. I'm fine with Immolate. Okay, we get to keep the 10. I'm going to discard the 10 here. Okay, we've got the kings. I can play this flush, which we got 2 Jupiter cards. I don't think this is too many. If it is, it's close. It's like 150,000, 125. Okay, good. Good. Try not to score too many points. We have the strength. Okay. Strength for... I want to try to turn my jacks into kings, actually. If possible. Alright, let's dig for the hearts. We have the hearts. So I can go jack into king, or I can go 10 into jack. Let's go 10 into jack. Let's go 4 into 5 with the strength card. And Empress, I guess we hold on to. Ship it. Okay, and this boss is debuff spades, so we can't do wild cards on the boss. That's okay. There's lovers for more wild cards. Let's reroll before opening the Arcana packs. Spin the wheel. Nice. Even shinier hologram. 1 more round, sock my buskin. That's okay. Mars riffraff. What about a gold card? What about steel? 20%. No, I think I still like having Andrew. I really want to see my jack at some point in the future. Pick up the hermit here. Okay, we get another strength card. So I think we could spin the wheel here, could make hearts. Okay, if we just make hearts, it's... I'm gonna make this Let's go 5, queen, king here. Hearts. Nice. I've got $9 to $9 rerolls. I think my consumable slots are full, so I'm just gonna go next. Okay, we have the kings here. Discard. Discard 1 king. Okay, we have the blue seal, so we have an incentive to go for the flush house. If we could get the flush house, it would be huge. I could get the flush house, or I could get a tarot card. I think the flush house is more important. Getting the planet card is more important than a random tarot card. Nice. Okay. Discard the 5, I guess. Might as well. Discard the 7. Get another king here. Ah, bummer. It's just like a little bit too late. I mean, what we can do is we can go king as money. Or do I want molt from the Empress? I guess I'll use the Empress here. Put the 5s in front. And ship it. This is our last round on Sock My Buskin. Nice. Alright, I think we have a solid setup here, you know, going into the final ante. Still haven't seen that jack. 1 random Jimbo disabled. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. We have observatory also. So yeah, let's take the observatory. Sock My Buskins out. Let's try to get a fool card. How do we get a fool card? Do we want the vampire? I think I don't want the vampire. I think I like having the glass. Take a Mercury here. Pick up the wheel temporarily. Okay, so we could get Lusty for hearts, but I think our base is high enough that we don't need that. Could pick up Sock My Buskin again. Okay. I'm not going to spin the wheel because if we get a fool will give us series. Don't need the stunt man. There's a series. So let's go Arcana now. Okay. Hermit. If you hold the series for the observatory, you don't get to get more of them, but if this were ante 7, I would use instead of holding the series. But since it's ante 8, I will hold on to the series. Well, blue seal gives us another one upstairs if we draw the blue seal card. Oh well. So we can't get a series in here, but we take a Jupiter card, which I'm also kind of okay with. Gift card we don't need anymore. Hex we don't use this late. Death card is huge. Let's do that. And then go next. Alright, we're using the aura. Yes, aura here. It's foil. Actually, foil's fine. We'll use the death card for another one. And then discard it. Get out of here. 5s and kings. That's all it takes. I've got 4 kings of hearts, so let's discard the purple one. Magician. Maybe. I'm looking for a 5. I have 5 of the hearts. I think we don't need the glass. Alright, it's going to take us a few extra hands, but we should be able to get the 5. If not, our flush is high enough level, it just wins. Okay, we do get the 5. Do we want to try to get the blue seal? There's only 16 cards left in the deck, and it only cost me $1 to play an extra hand. So let's do it. Nice. So king and 5 here will go lucky. And then ship it. Never lucky. Sorry, we got this double tag, but nothing really worth using it on. Oh, huge. We could get the trans. We can make a trans queen, make a trans jack or king. How about... Oh, celestial packs give me Jupiter. Oh well. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, we'll pick up the trans card. Dusk is pretty good. You know, Dusk with photograph. Sure. That's it. And reroll once. Nope. Go next. Yeah, how about still go for hearts, right? Hearts, kings and 5s. We don't need the jack. We'll save the jack for the final hand. If I play the jack here, it might break. I would be very sad. I could play a king and then that saves my jack. We have 33 cards in the deck. We have enough hands. Okay. So looking for another king, another 5. There's another 5. Give me another king. We gotta use all our hands for Dusk. Get another king. Okay, so I guess we'll go blue seal on the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ship it. Okay, now we got 3 series cards upstairs. Looking for a fool card. Yeah, let's spend the money. No fools here. Let's go Arcana. There's Temperance for $8, I guess. Bummer. There's another $8. There's a Justice card. Justice is actually better than series. So we do it. We don't need this Jupiter. Go next. Okay, my Jimbos are going to be disabled. That's sad. Okay, so now what we want? We want kings and jacks. We have 4 jacks. Let's do it. Kings and jacks. Let's go. Alright, ship it. Oh no, my photograph. Alright, I want the other fancy jack. So if I do 3 hands times 5 cards, that's 15. Yeah, probably we don't get it. So let's just play them 3 at a time. Dusk is disabled. Okay. Do we stick with that? Nah, we want the Dusk. We want the glass. Alright, one more time. Bummer. Okay, glass jack and ship it. Put the red seal in front so we get the photograph here. This wins without any jokers. We got 4 glass cards. It's already, you know, times 16. It wins without any jokers. Alright, folks. That's going to be it. You know, hope you enjoyed the, you know, nice, easy listening on the Ghost deck here. Hopefully demonstrating a couple different things. One, you know, you can start out with flushes, and flushes do give you, you know, a lot of security in the early game. It's like an easy hand to play, but it doesn't always give you enough points or even the most points, you know, in the end game. And so, you know, have a backup plan, have a pivot plan. You know, 8 antes and 24 rounds is a long amount of time, and so you can see, you know, with the kind of deck manipulation that's possible, you can play flush houses. Off of flushes, you can play 4 of a kind is very possible. We could play 4 of a kind kings here. You want to have some kind of higher scoring end game. Also demonstrating here with the Ghost deck, the Spectral cards, when you pick them up, you want to save them for the right opportunity, save them for the right moment. You know, use them on the correct cards. All right, but you already knew that. All right, take care, everyone.